What is going on, Bills Mafia? It's your boy Tone back with another episode of the Old 22. You don't know what that is, offensive line. All 22 tape from the previous game. Got to bear with me. The temperature did like a southern drop in New York, so sitting at around 30 degrees tonight. The other day was like 60 something, so I feel a little under the weather, but the show goes on. So pardon me, understand if you leave because I might be coughing a little bit. But anyway, we're gonna get straight into this. Josh got sacked 3 times. We only ran 13 times with James Cook. Josh did get 306 yards, two touchdowns, and one interception. He did also have 3.53 seconds per pass, which is like the longest anybody's had in a long time. So the focus on this game film is going to be mostly on the pass. There were 40 pass attempts, so this is going to run a little long, but we're going to try to get through this. If there's something to watch, something not to watch, whatever the case may be. As usual, if you're first time tuning in, subscribe, follow, like whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, or online content once a week. Whenever I have opportunity. Work a lot of hours in construction, so sometimes don't always have a chance to be by a computer. But anyway, let's get back into this. So, pardon the camera, pardon the audio. All new, still working on better equipment once this gains a little more following. So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to refigure out these controls again together. So where are we at right now? Okay. So we're gonna open this up. I'm sorry. This is what we're gonna do. Hold on. We're gonna go back to the first play, which is a Dolphins play. We're just gonna skip through till we get to a Bills play because I don't have a better way to work this all 22 film. We're only watching from the end zone. We're not watching really anything else because the basic is, the basic gist of this is to watch it from a blocking perspective and see what is going on. So if everybody can see that, let me just double check. Yeah, everybody can see that. Okay. All right. So we're going to try and remember how this goes. All right, so this is the pick, which we'll go into the next play after that. Excuse me. So I was disappointed by a lot that I saw. Nice pick by Bishop, by the way. But Dan Harrison locking up. Nice little all 22 tidbit. But anyway, here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to stop. Okay. So we are looking at essentially nickel defense, right? You have Hawes. So you're looking at a strong left, although the running back indicated left, but the hash is so strong side as you had, the far side, your wide side. Tight ends lined up as your short lineup, short tight end. Excuse me. Brutal. 4-2-5, simple lineup. You're on your 2Y. He's playing the A gap. He's here on your 3 tech. You have your wide 7, short 7, right? So essentially, Chubb is in the 9. I'm not mentioning player names mostly when it comes to the other team because I'm going to butcher it. So I'm just go by numbers. But anyway, we're going to watch this one time and then go back to it. So this was an incomplete pass to Coleman. All right. So we see that. Pretty straightforward. It's pretty much straightforward man-on-man blocking. There's nothing extra really going on here. Let me see. Yeah, so you got your double. You got the one-on-one out here, Spencer Brown. And Spencer Brown on the 7. Got a one-on-one with Dawkins and Chubb. That's Edwards handling your 3 tech, and you have McGovern sliding over to your right, so the protection is being slid to the right in this situation. And Torrance is your free guy. Let's play it. So straightforward. We're not going to, once again, I wish I could show the all 22, but there are other programs for that. I'm focused on particularly on the O line. So I just want to kind of go over this. We are going to go when he gets sacked. We're going to take multiple looks to see what is going on the field and why he gets sacked, because there were 3 sacks. But for this one, for all intents and purposes, is what it is. So essentially, fine job of blocking, rolls out to the left. So you know what? Fuck it. That's what we're going to do. Let's go sideline. Let's watch this from the side line. It's not going to let me watch from the sideline. No. Hold on. Sorry, guys. No. All right. This is being weird with me. No worries. All right. So we got that. Let's see if they show this. All right. I don't know what's going on with this right now, ladies. Oh, it's a broadcast. That's why. Boom. I'm sorry. Let's take the broadcast off so we don't have to hear it. All right. I don't know what's going on right now. Once again, pardon me. Let's try this again. All right. Let's see if this thing wants to cooperate with me today. I don't know why it's still not cooperating with me. What is going on? All right. This is an utter failure right now. Okay. Yeah, this is utter. All right. Let's do that. So this will play. This was complete to James Cook. You have the Kincaid motion. We're going to run this through one time. All right. So that was pretty straightforward, right? Let's see if this gives me what I want. It doesn't give me what I want. Anyway, NFL Pro, figure this out. Pressing end zone, but it's not working. All right. So you got your simple nickel look. What's going on? Let's run through it. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be twice. I got you. All right. I got you. I'm here with you guys now. Bear with me. That was a rough 8 minutes, but here we go. So you're gonna get the motion over. Kincaid. Gonna follow. You kind of see this man because you got somebody following anyway. Being that Knox is going out for a route, you're gonna have Dawkins pick up the edge, which is playing your 9 tech. You're gonna have one-on-one with Spencer Brown. Torres is gonna have a one-on-one. Everybody's one-on-one because you're gonna have an extra guy blitzing, right? Essentially, which is gonna be this outside guy right here. So one-on-one, pretty straightforward on what's going on. Everybody's blocking. Good assignments by all on the offensive line. All right. Let's see if we got a hang of this now. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. So we're back in nickel. Let's go watch this play one time. Actually, it looks like 34 defense, but probably is a 34. Oh, it's a Kincaid pass again. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this NFL Pro thing. Still showing me. All right. I'm having technical difficulties. What we're going to do, we're just going to go to end zone. We're not going to be able to watch this, the whole thing together. So that was all the passes for the first quarter. Not for the first quarter. That was from the first drive. All right, let's go to this. All right. So essentially looking at the same formation that we saw earlier, which was the incomplete pass to Coleman. That's Kincaid instead of Hawes lined up right here, kind of in your detached extra lineman, but detached tight end. Call him slot, whatever you want. Yeah, I know there's different terminology. Excuse me. Wide 7. This guy's your wide 7, your 3 tech. You have your guy lined up in the A gap right now, so shaded in between. I have communication. That right there probably indicates it's sliding to the right. Identifying who actually he's identifying who he's on. Okay. Could I identify the mic? All right, so let's watch that one again. Okay. All right, so it's pretty straightforward on this. Watch this together again. So pointing out 20's potential blitz. See Montgomery got him. Torrance, everybody has their own guy. Dawkins has been a talk of this game, so just keying in on Dawkins. Hold zone. Heavy completion, right? That one's pretty straightforward. Not really too complex on that. Once again, guys, I'm sorry for technical difficulties. I'm trying to figure this out on the go. This is not showing me what I want to see. So we're just gonna focus on all I see instead of seeing what's going on around. So this was short left to James Cook for -4 yards. We're just gonna look what the O-line does here. Get your motion. All right. So you see that. All right. So basic nickel. I don't know if they were 34 basic nickel. That's your motion. Just to indicate what kind of coverage you're in. Sees it. Snap, possible orbit play, what they usually do. You already see Dawkins. He's on the kick step, one-on-one. Spencer, one-on-one. It's pretty much straightforward in the pass, bro. Not much going on here. You got your double. It's 4 and 5. What I like Edwards here doing is he sees Dawkins losing the inside leverage to Chubb, and Dawkins kind of flips around, which is a smart play, into Edwards while he's losing. We see Spencer Brown handles one-on-one, Torrance handles one-on-one, Montgomery's handles one-on-one. So I just want to focus on this area right here. Let's do this. Okay. So Chubb is going to make the inside move. But he feels, so as a guard, you feel when somebody fully has control of somebody, and you see McGovern has it on his own, and you also see, because your head is on a swivel, this is the guy you got to worry about on this D line, that he essentially is kind of he has Dawkins beat on an inside move because Dawkins fanned out way too far in this instance, but he knows he has the help inside, which is why you fan out as far as you do, hoping that your center is able to maintain that one-on-one. So there you go, boom. So I open the middle. That's crazy. All right, so it's another short pass. This was for 11 yards. So this formation, we've seen a lot where it's going to be this now. So this time it's Knox, right? So you're running 11 personnel. Now you have Knox. Remember, the first play of the game, it was Hawes. The next one, it was Kincaid. And now this one is Knox. So, and on the previous two with Kincaid and Hawes, Cook was on this side. Ty Johnson was in this one. So let's go see what we have. So same thing. You're identifying your mic, possible blitzer. Mike faking that you might have man, but in reality they're in zone. Is just kind of throw the look off over here. So now your eyes are focused on him, making sure that he's not your free runner up the middle going to blitz. So what Josh is doing here, I'm just going to watch this through because I haven't yet. Well, once again, everything I review, I'm reviewing in real time with you guys. So he's going to be a pass protector right here. So there you go. So you saw that little delay by. He's pointing out Dotson. Got your little delay. See, there's no rush. He's going to leak out. Okay. So now let's go back to the blocking, right? So both tackles are essentially playing in a wide 3 because they're going to simulate the pressure up the middle. And you're going to have your edges pretty much play wide 9s. So so what they're going to do right here, they're going to try this tackle, number 92, is going to try and put pressure to Edwards left, because what it's going to do is he's trying to take on Dawkins with him to free Chubb up. All right, so you see the one-on-ones happening here. So you kind of realize looks like he's gonna take the inside step right now, but he doesn't. You see, there it goes. That right there. You see? So 92 tries to take on the leverage to fake the inside step, come back outside to confuse protection, because he wants to take Dawkins. And what it does is that split second when he has Dawkins and Edwards both kind of worried about him, it frees up Chubb to run a stunt. So it's actually a good design stunt by the Miami Dolphins. So you have your 2-on-1. Well, Knox is on there, but your release guy, and you have the stunt coming in. So you see that? So this play, while this is actually a good play on Josh for seeing this, and as bad as the game he had to kind of get out there and do what he does, because you see Edwards is beat. Any second longer, he's done. All right. So this, you should also see kind of the jersey tug that happens. So a 92 does kind of dirty, but he pulls Edwards as much as he can, so he doesn't have the free time to release him to Dawkins and come back in. So you see 92 pulling Edwards with him. That should be defensive holding, but it's neither here nor there. So you see 92 pulling Edwards back with him. Edwards is trying to fight to get towards the stunt guy, which is Chubb. This is one over here. This is not a problem. This 2-on-2 with a stunt is going to be an issue. Boom. Yep. I mean, you see Edwards complaining about that, rightfully so, and it wasn't called, although we did have the 11-yard gain. So I just want to go through it frame by frame. Right there. You see that hold? Boom. Boom. Yeah, Chubb, there's nothing Edwards could do on that, to be honest with you, all around. It was just a play that wasn't caught by the ref, who's damn near staring at it, which is wild, but we're not here to complain about refs, and the stunt worked. So essentially, they got done what they needed to get done. So reviewing all pass plays for those who are just tuning in or not sure what I'm doing. I'm still not sure what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out as we go. All right. So you're looking at 22 personnel. Shavers is going to play as if it was year 13. But you got Gilliam, Cook. This was an incomplete deep right. This was a fake QB sneak, actually. I'm thinking about it. But we're going to see what goes on here. What's funny is he kind of plays so hard to fake. He kind of like, you knew it was coming. You could tell like by the body motion it was coming. All right. So everybody's pretty much, it's pretty straightforward play, right? Everybody's faking a QB sneak. So they're not. Let's see. Yeah, so everybody fakes QB sneak. You collapse, play action. The problem here is, all right, because I have this, I don't, like I said, for whatever reason, I can't get the full screen on both of them for everything. I don't know why it's not properly working, but for this play specifically, let's look at Josh. You could tell right here because they want the QB sneak, but you could tell the way he's leaning back. He's not, it's a fake. You already see the movement. Fitzpatrick is the guy who makes this play. He notices, and I know this is an online thing. I'm not going to go too deep, but Fitzpatrick notices Josh isn't geared up to go that way. He notices it. It feels like something's off. He calls it. He already knows he's rolling out this way. This is Fitzpatrick making a play. That's what happens when it feels like you don't practice a fake QB sneak that often, but it's neither here nor there. Yeah, Fitzpatrick called that out from jump. Anyway, all right, let's see what else we got. So we're at as complete. Here we are back up with more Buffalo Bills offense. Thank you for tuning in once again. If you can, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bear with me. Learning the basics, trying to figure this out, learning as we go, how it works. I watch the play once, twice, go over it once or twice, depending on what's going on. Sometimes I might not see it right away, but here we are. Anyway, all right, so we're looking at 3 down linemen. Core 4, and they're shaded over hard to the strong side of the hash. So you have, technically, you're looking at your strong left, but everybody's going to look to blitz in. So it simulates that 34 look, which I should know better than what Dolphins run at this point, but they're in a 34 look right now. Yeah, so Kincaid and the running back here signifies, generally you go like a Lucy. But if it wasn't on that and you couldn't tell, rule of thumb, your wide side is usually a strong side. So he's checking to see what's going on. Sees possible man look. This was an incomplete pass, by the way. Okay. Let's see if he had to bail out for this one. This is something that let's see if he had to bail out. Indicating coverage. I'm gonna watch this one more time full, see who rushes. Okay, I'll watch it one more time, see who rushes. Because people are saying this play specifically, you have to bail out. So these 4 are your rushes. You're gonna rush from the strong side. Weak side backer is gonna be in coverage. I'm sorry, strong side backer is gonna be in carry. And strong side backer is gonna be in coverage. I'm out of it today, ladies and gents. But anyway. So he's pretty much, you're lined up in your 4-5-7, 4-eye. Pretty much lined up head over the tackles. 4 eyes on the inside, so you lined up in your 4. You have your 0 tech lined up over here, and he's lined up in your wide, pretty much a wide 9 type. But he's looking to attack this B gap right here. So, all right. See the play, see the get off. Everything looks clean. You got the one-on-one with McGovern, first guy to be engaged. Feels like right here for a split second, this might be a stunt, but it's not. He's just trying to win leverage. McGovern's flushing his guy out towards the left, so there is somewhat of a pocket here. This right here, I get it. I get it. It's just kind of, I find it, Torrance is coming all the way over to help, leaving Spencer Brown for the one-on-one. But my issue with this is he immediately looks for Chubb to wrap around, which I get it. You know, Chubb is a fast guy. He's going to run your stunts, and you watch film. Only they know what they see in film. But this isn't supposed to be, right? If you have a 2-on-1, what you always want to do when you're the free man is you want to take care of the man next to you first before you look anywhere else, right? So you want to make sure that Spencer Brown has his man. Let's see. So while he does, because he goes back in, it's still such. If he decides to keep going in on that route, if this edge decides to keep coming in on this route, Spencer Brown loses the inside route because Torrance isn't there, right? So that's a no bueno from me, to be honest with you. I feel like he should have been there, at least giving him a hand and then popping over. So what's going to happen as a result? Brown is on a one-on-one because Brown is already uneven. Because what this guy did, he kind of, if you're a tackle, put it like this, you're a tackle and you're fighting inside, right? So you feel like a guy's going inside, and when he comes back into you, you're kind of off balance. So that's essentially what's happening here. Spencer's fighting for repositioning, which he's trying his best, but he is fighting for repositioning. McGovern completely lost his man because Chubb is kind of wrapping around. So Torrance is right there, but he's being left kind of on skates. And Brown has handled it enough, but it was just, you see, so being that you're fighting for repositioning, what you do now is, so if I'm going in as a tackle, it's hard to describe what I'm sitting down. If I'm going in, because a guy's cutting in front of me, right? So it's not even I'm going in, but I'm taking a side step, and he cuts back into me. I'm kind of on my horse where I'm just trying to get back down and re-engage, because my mindset is either he's going to bull rush or he's just trying to cut back towards the outside of me, right? So as I'm trying to re-engage, and if I fear, and if the defender feels like I don't have my footing fully, he's probably going to try and go back in on me, right? Because it's like, oh, I got you beat. I could just push again and release if the leverage is okay. So essentially what happens here, and don't mind the freeze frame on this. I just want to throw it out there. There was a guy up top here. I watched this. I watched this one on somebody posted on Twitter. So because he sees that, now this is why Josh rolls out. He sees that Spencer Brown lost. I know this is one of the plays they asked, why did Josh Allen roll out? Spencer Brown lost his battle. If that edge commits to coming inside, that's essentially he's gonna run right into him, right? So on top of that, Allen also sees this clusterfuck going on, and he sees Chubb coming around and going McGovern one-on-one. So he knows this area, they're trying to bring pressure into this area with whatever stunt they ran here and this one-on-one. So as a result, he can't step up into the pocket and sit there for a guy like James Cook, right? Although that could have been a quick read, but by this time, Cook wasn't. I just, once again, this is an O-line 22, but I just want to point this out. By the time Josh Allen realizes that this edge is beating Spencer Brown towards the inside due to a good double move, James Cook being open isn't a thing. It is not a thing. His eyes are not there anymore. He's not going to sit there because he wants to get out the pocket to buy his guys some more time for blocking and for the route running. Like, if this is the one thing that got me about this play, is that while I understand that people like, oh, well, he rolled out, he had these guys, there's a stunt happening in front of his eyes. He saw Torrance bail in front of his eyes. He saw the one-on-one. He saw him cut inside, come back, cut inside. So it's really a complicated and convoluted type of mindset to have, because you're trying to process three layers of the field and what's in front of you. I'm not a quarterback, so I'll go fuck myself. But at the end of the day, if a quarterback sees a guy getting beat, he could look up all he wants, but he sees this right in front of him. He sees that right in front of him. He's going to roll out. He's going to give his guy a chance. So he knows he has to. There's not much you could do on that. There's not much you could do on that. I like, all right. So, like, people want to, like, I didn't want to go on anything but online, but I'll do this real quick. So, people want to talk about this is open. I know they said there was somebody else on the outside that was open. This, you see this? This right here? That is open in the NFL, but it's also not open in the NFL, if you know what I mean, right? I just want to throw that out there. There was two guys that he released because there's somebody up top for Samuel. I believe there's somebody up top on this side too. The coverage that they were playing for Samuel. That was done. It wasn't open. It wasn't open. That was a textbook body bag football throw. Kill shot football throw. Like, he catches that, he's blown up. He's on it. He knows what's going on. He's coming down. He's playing it. Boom. Like, there wasn't much, and this was already done. So, whatever. That is what it is. Anyway, I'm frustrated when I hear all the under routes are available. But anyway, I'm not here for that. Of course, that's not available. All right, hold on. Let's do this because I don't know why I just did that. So it won't show. Let me show the incomplete. Let's see if it comes up. All right, here we go. So this was the next play. So you've essentially been seeing this. The only difference is this look. The tight end that's been lined up, right side has always been on the strong side of the field. So in this look, he's on the weak side. Let's see. So what they're doing is every time so the defense knows what's happening with the motion. They know they're trying to identify. So it's the defense is trying to throw him off at the same time. You see Dotson trying to simulate he has man on the running back, but he's going to come back. So because everything is a fraction of a second, right? Everything's a snap of a finger. So all right. So essentially, right now, it looks like you have your 5 on. Looks like you got 5 on 5, right? They've been lining up like this. You're leaving the inside, your double A gaps open for potential stunt, potential blitz. And what you're doing is you're clogging the outside, right? Because what they're trying to do is if one guy can take up 2, that frees up a stunt, which opens everything else up. You know, if guys aren't communicating, guys don't have their man. But as you see, Edwards is trying to communicate. Let's see what happens. All right, so you saw you kind of like your Ringo call right here. Let's do this. So you got your Ringo call, right? Ringo, righty, whatever. You this side is shifting to the right. You saw him point to the left. They know they're mono a mono over here, but this side is gonna shift to the right. So let's see. All right, so you had the fake pressure, but that's not happening. But you delayed blitz. There you go. There's your delayed blitz, and that's why they open up the middle of the field the way that they do, right? Because that middle, where you have 2 guys on the 3 techs, what it does, there's so much havoc that could be caused when guys are 1-on-1 on the edges. You know, when you have 2-on-2 on the edges, I should say. So once again, it's a scheme thing. This is a good play call by the Dolphins. I think the only way you defeat this if he's pass blocking, right? Which he is. He's looking right here. He's looking. He sees him blitzing, but he has to try to get out there. By that time, Dawkins is getting washed in because they're running a stunt, right? And this is Josh still gets us off, but once again, pressure in the face. I get football's a game of seconds. Got to let it go. Fully understand that. Let me see. So Dawkins is getting cross-faced essentially in this play. So here we go. Everything starts off, but you're going to see the stunt slowly happen. Edge, this is your stunt right here. Middle linebacker, you're going to show you a delayed blitz. You're going to show blitz here, but you're going to stunt to the outside. Ty Johnson was essentially kept as a extra pass blocker on this play. And you have to keep him on this play because anytime you see this, it's a stunt. Yeah, some type of stunt is happening because there is no way on God's green earth, and I'll probably regret my words later in this film because I haven't watched it, that this middle linebacker is going to clear out and play deep thirds, and these guys are just going to fucking come over here, and Josh is going to have all that green grass to run. That's not going to happen. You set up this way because you know there's a stunt, right? So the problem is they called Ringo because you're looking at this right here. You're looking at this group right here. You're assuming. Well, I don't. You're looking at 20 potentially being a blitzer after the 1-on-1. So you're looking for Torrance to hand it off to McGovern and Torrance to be up there. Because when you do that, Ty Johnson is going to be your filler in the middle. That's not what happens, right? Not exactly like that, but there you go. Crossing face. Edwards on skates. Crossing face. Dawkins has to recover. There you got your double team where he's going to hand off. Spencer Brown got your 1-on-1. This guy, this is how the blocking scheme was set up for. They were set up for the Mike to come blitz. The blocking scheme wasn't set up for expecting the stunt, right? So in this situation, hindsight 2020, what you could have done was shift Ty Johnson to be a pass protector on your blind side and just have him sit outside, right? But it's hindsight 2020. They were playing this as possibly the blitzing side, a guy coming in the middle. It's not what happened. 1-on-1. Edwards is washed. Dawkins is washed. As soon as Allen is out of his drop, he has to let it go on his back foot. So call that what you want. Tough play either way. Let's see where we're at because we have to go. All right. Once again, we're doing more pass plays because 40 of them. People said he rolled out when he shouldn't have. All right. So we are in 22. We're in the 22 package. You see two tight ends on the field. You got the strong left, eye left, whatever you want to call it. You're playing strong side on the short side of the field. Once again, usually strong side is your weak side, but for now, this is what it is. This was also a pass to Kincaid for 20 yards being on the middle. You're going to watch it one time. There you go. All right, we'll watch this one more time. Hold on. Let's see what happens. See that? I get the play happen. I don't like that Spencer Brown release. Let's watch this one more time. I don't like the design of this one. So here's your four linemen. Four linemen. There's going to be an extra blitz. You're going to have your five. You're expecting that to be a blitz guy. Gilliam, it's a play action. So Gilliam is going to simulate going into the hole. But instead he sees Chubb he sees this right here. I don't know why Spencer Brown did this. I don't. There was a miscommunication here. That shouldn't have happened. There was no need for that. There was no need for that by Spencer Brown. And I get game is a different story than when I'm talking and going around. But you got to hold your man. He's looking. All right, so Spencer Brown. Now here's the problem. Spencer Brown is assuming that Reggie Gilliam is going to be here, that James Cook is going to be here, that's going to be logged. He's also looking at this guy as a potential blitzer. But make sure he's sealed off first. That's the thing. As O-lineman 1-on-1, make sure the man in front of you is passed off. You could do that with one hand. You could do it with half your body as bang bang plays. But to just let him beat you, and everybody bit on a play action, which makes this work. But it's still, still a dangerous game. Still a dangerous game. All right. All right, so you have Hall's going to shift over to the strong side of the field, the wide side of the field, right side. I want to do this. Okay. So Hall's going to pick up the one-on-one. They ran a stunt on this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like, there's a lot to break down right here. What is Dawkins doing? Oh, my God, what is Dawkins doing? I get it's a play action, man. I really do. You have to sell it, but this right here is probably some of the worst. This is bad. So Edwards is on your one-on-one. You see Dawkins versus Chubb. This is going to be an extra blitzer. It's a loosey shift because you're coming over the top, right? So they're shifting to their left, which I understand. You're shifting towards the play because you're going to let the backside come in for Gilliam to fill. Hawes is filling the backside. Gilliam is going to fill the backside. James Cook is going to fill the backside after play action. Brown bit hard on the blitz. I just felt like you could do a better job on that. Dawkins lost that rep. That was porous by Dawkins. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all by Dawkins. Because what are you doing at this point, right? You're essentially, let's say this pass isn't here, right? Because this is him having to make the pass quick and anticipating Kincaid is going to be where he's supposed to be. So this was a perfect execution between Allen and Kincaid. But this right here, man, because let's say if he had to hold it for a second longer, right? You're looking at, what was that? Gilliam and Hall's are beat. Dawkins is beat. If he rolls out, he's getting chased down from the back. Granted, it didn't happen, but that's a no-no, man. I don't know. That was a bang-bang playing. It had to be a bang-bang playing. Anything less than a bang-bang on that, it would have not looked too good. All right. So this is another one to Kincaid. A good old 13 personnel, which I think if they're going to do, they should stick more to out of shotgun and figure out different ways to employ it. So strong, right? Edwards is looking at 20 as your blocker. You got double A gaps closed in. 730. He's lined up in a 7. He's like on the outside of the tackle. Not as wide as it was before. This is essentially your other edge. So think about this defense is, it looks like he's going to blitz. So Dawkins is kind of communicate, hey, if he comes in, this is my guy. KK motion to see what's going on. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. What's going on? They end up only rushing. Oh, they rush 5. Hawes, what a beast! Taking on the DN 1-on-1. Look at that. It took on the DN 1-on-1. I think that was also designed to kind of keep him out. But either way, had he got the rush in, he wouldn't be breaking out like that. Spencer Brown's on a 1-on-1. Everybody, Torrance is here. Govern's on a 1. Decent rep by everybody. It's a decent rep. All right. Screenplay. Obviously, you motion out, Terminus man. You feel like his man stay there. This is pretty straightforward. It's a screen. Although it was sniffed out, but let's see what happened here. Yeah, he had a sniff. Even if he completed, he had a sniffed out. This was a second screenplay. He read a screenplay on back to back. Should be hilarious. Same thing. Good blocking on the outside. All right, this was. All right. Almost done with the second quarter, folks. So this could feel long at times. As I just love talking about the O line and just want to break down the O line, do something different for the ladies and gentlemen. But all right, let's look at that. Oh, look, he took a 3-yard slam. Everybody complaining about. Anyway, pretty much simple 5-on-4. Knox is going to leak out. Dog and Tessa get out to the wide 9. Brown's on your 1-on-1. Edwards is on your 1-on-1. McGovern and Torrance are going to double. This is how you should play. This right here. You see? This is what he didn't do last time with Brown. Remember when he came in and he had kind of put Brown on skates to the point that Allen had to roll out. It's you make sure the guy's there while looking. You look and maintain. You look and maintain. You look and maintain. So you see pretty much Edwards getting washed in his face towards creating traffic right here, which is fine. You know, with that much time, he could step up. It leaves a wide gap in case he wants to take off. That looked kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie if he did that, but it was always predetermined on that. I don't know what was on the outside, so I'm saying that just to say that. So for those wondering why I was complaining earlier, watch what Torrance does. You see this hand? Textbook. But he didn't do that when Brown needed him. Miscommunication. Don't know why he left off that early. Maybe that is a result of this play was a result of the last when it went to the sideline. I'm not sure. Maybe Kramer went over it with him. And you just got to stay and help your guy a little bit more before you make any sudden moves. All right, so let's see. Second quarter. All right, here we go. If you're tuning in, thank you. Follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, so when it started raining, screenplay, basic screens all over the place. Screens for everybody. You get a screen, get a screen. Yeah, pretty basic. Not much. Hold on, let me see why this one didn't work. This is the guy Coleman should have blocked. Right here. Let Shakir take on that 1-on-1 with the outside guy. Right. Coleman should have blocked him. What it is, right? You only rolled out right once so far, by the way. Oh, damn. Should have caught that. For the record, I'm playing a whole half. You only rolled out once. For those who keep saying keeps rolling out to the right. Basic one-on-ones. You see what Torrance is doing? Textbook by Torrance. Had he did that earlier, who knows what would have happened? You know? Maybe he doesn't roll out on that. Whatever. All right, we're in the third quarter. We are in 11 personnel. A little bit of bunch back here. Once again, forgive me on terminology. You don't have exact terms in a long time since I broke down film. So that's Hawes over there. So let's go. Let's just see what this is. Play action. Okay. All right. Pass blocking pretty straightforward. Not much we're doing. One tech, three tech, shove on the outside. 95 is going to try to make an inside move. Not going to work. Montgomery got it clamped. Dolphins eating. Torrance making sure that, look, this I like. This I appreciate. This I appreciate. This I appreciate. This I appreciate. So Dawkins got a lot of flack for this game, and it really has. I've only seen one bad play so far. This was a nice one by Dawkins. Let's just watch this one-on-one. I think everybody had a beautifully executed one-on-one on this play. Look at McGovern. So, you're going to the strong side, so you're going to your right. Look at that. All those play action, you're automatically in pass set. Look at McGovern. Beautiful. Edwards is fighting. I appreciate Edwards. Look at Edwards. Edwards putting up a dog fight. That was a beautiful fight by Edwards. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. I think this was a play he rolled out on. Okay, so we're in 11 personnel. You got Knox back as your H-back, essentially. Oh, my God. This computer is killing me, Sauce. It works, then it doesn't work. All right. All right, let's see where this play breaks down. Broken play from the jump. Chubb on the outside, basic four down front. Nothing happening with the motion. It's going to be mano essentially. Dotson in the middle playing where he always is. You got your three, you got both your tackles on, but three tech because stunt time. That right there. So the thing about this play, because they ran it a lot so far, well, a few times in this game from on a defensive line standpoint. 92 has always been washing. 92 has always been washing towards Dawkins. So Chubb would essentially be coming around. Why Dawkins is taking such deep steps straight back, I'm not sure, because you have to play for 92 as well, being that it happened a couple times. But he comes back in, and he just Dawkins lost. By Chubb running in, you got 92 free. Yeah. Let's see who else lost on this. Oh, Spencer Brown got fucking murdered. Bull rush. Bull rush. Oh yeah, Spencer Brown. Oh my god. Oh my god. Spencer Brown absolutely abused on that play. Yeah, it's not Josh could do on this play. It was absolutely nothing Josh could do on this play. Only person that won his rep was Torrance. So once again, everything is bang bang. This to me is an issue. This left side. You see 92 have an inside step on Edwards, right? So you would think as a center, you would step to kind of take a little step towards 92 to keep him there. But instead, he goes to 93. Because 92 comes around, because he gets pushed. I know I lied. McGovern did his job. Nothing that could be done. I'm just watching my Josh Allen magic. O-line playing to the whistle, playing to the whistle, playing to the whistle. Yeah. He scrambled because he had to. All right. So 11 personnel. Right hash of the field. Obviously, wide side's your strong side. So chances are. Oh, they don't do it. Quick guys. For those who say they watch Ultimate Team, I don't know if they did because he's taking quick passes, but all right. All right, so you got your 505 here. Excuse me. 40's your blitzer. They're looking. Edwards is looking. He sees the creep up. By that time, there's really no call to be made, but he knows he automatically has to get out there. And McGovern has to handle this one-on-one. McGovern handles this one-on-one. Edwards takes a nice deep rock step outside, to make sure that's cut off from the inside. And just handles men on one-on-one. Dawkins is there. So essentially it was properly done. Quick pass. Not much more you can ask for. All right. So we're looking. Looks like you got 5 rushing. Spencer Brown looking to number 40 again because 40 just blitzed the prey prior. Opposite side. We are in 11 personnel. Strong left, although wide side is right. Yeah, there's not much you can do on that one. All right. Pretty straightforward. 40 is in coverage. Everyone's basically on his man-in-man, but look at Dawkins. This is why this play has a result it has. Dawkins beat. Like that. You could look at that on film and say, oh, Dawkins won, whatever, but anytime you're touching the quarterback behind you, that's a loss as an offensive lineman. The goal as an offensive lineman is that this pocket is supposed to remain this pocket. He shouldn't have to go this way. He shouldn't have to go that way. He shouldn't have to go this way. He shouldn't have to go backwards. This is where he stays. But his read is right here to Coleman outside, right? He sees this. This is the issue. He sees this. He sees what's going on, so he's going to let it go. Right there. You see that? You're automatically off. And there's not much back foot throwing. Back foot throwing because Dawkins, instead of blocking him and keeping him up and maintaining, knocked him to the ground, which essentially knocked Dawkins back into Josh. What are we going to do? Shout out to the 27 that are watching this. All right, so this was a short right pass to Shakir for 11 yards. Okay. Josh fighting to get up. Not every play is going to be perfect, I know, but from an O-line standpoint. Oh, space ball thing. All right, so it looks like they're calling off the mic blitz. 25 is your mic. 20 is your mic now. So 25 comes off. So McGovern automatically puts it 20. 20 becomes your mic as far as the O-line is concerned. 1-on-1. Let's see if everybody's lined up. All right, so basic, everybody's in their 3-tech. So same thing. Wide open in the middle. Create room for stunts. They should have exploited that, to be honest with you. I feel like I've seen this enough. This should have been exploited some way, somehow, when they got into that. And to the 2-3 techs. But time. Yeah, it's time. Nobody's open, it looks like. All right, so I'm going to count this off. Hold on. Bear with me on this. So, ready? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Okay, so 4 Mississippi before he has to make a move. All right. I mean, he's playing nobody being open. I'm not sure. Hey, 3 seconds is the rule. 5 seconds is golden. I counted 4. Everybody, yeah, I counted 4. 4 seconds. Excuse me. All right, we're in 11 personnel. Got 10 is Kanye H back, which is Shakir. You want to goal line, so you're going to see more towards the double A gap instead of any stunts because they don't want to go with the middle, which is why I feel like you should exploit the middle when they were in the middle of the field. But this is an offensive play calling thing. This is just all my thing. Play action. Ooh. He wanted this. He wanted this so bad. Look at his face. He wanted that so bad. Dawkins got beat. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a stunt. It's going to be a little blitz and a stunt. A lot of stunts this game, but Dawkins should have been able to handle 9, man. There's no way. Not good technique. He stopped taking his steps properly. I don't know why he ended up going to like a little mini shuffle. But this right here is a problem for me. Right? What he's doing here is an issue for me. Granted, these guys make millions. These guys are pros. I'm not. But this stance is an issue for me. Because you're not ready. You're not ready like that. You're a fucking offensive tackle. He's not. He's playing like he's Ashton Jake, the left tackle. Because you can't take any power. There's nothing you could do from that position. Look at that. Because, yeah, you're playing 2, and I get that. You're playing Chubb. You're watching for Chubb, but you got to take, even if it's a play action. Because by that time, he's in such a bad place. Speed just beats him. Speed just beats him. First off, but instead of going over the bat on that, David Edwards, 1-on-1. 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 Watch this. Watch this. Watch this right here. Try to get him. Nope. Fuck you. Nope. Fuck you. Nope. Fuck you. Nope. Works. Good old interception. Did he get hit on that? He had to let it go. He had to let it go sooner than he wanted to. Yeah. He had to let it go sooner than he wanted. Okay. Let's see. You see, like that with Dawkins is a better first step. You got your max protect. It's a good pickup. Torrance lost. Chubb. My thing is, this isn't a quick pass, so I don't. Yeah, Dawkins got to hold better on that. He's rushing. This right here, he knows Shavers there. He knows Shavers is gonna come open. So his eyes are clearly on Shavers in the back of the end zone. 9 sees that. 9 knows that. He wants to go there. But this right here, he feels like he has a little more time. You see as he kind of resets, Torrance is getting beat, but he can step up in the pocket still. So as he resets to make that throw, he didn't have him as much time as he thought he did because of this right here. That little step up. That little step up into the pocket, Chubb read it and came up with him. And just beat Dawkins. But to go over this pick again, he has it. He has what he wants. He knows what he wants. It's not there. What he wants is not there. And this guy maybe he's thinking he's going to jump up. Because what he wants is not there. He tries to throw him off. Come up. Yeah. What can he do? What can you do? All right, let's see. That was almost there, guys. Almost there. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. Still 16-0 for those who are screaming that we let up so many yards. But anyway, 11 personnel. It's emotion. He took the. I don't know. People talking about this game. I really don't. Anyway, people. I feel like people just saying the same thing. So they're saying like, "Oh, yeah, I watched the film and everything was open and all this, whatever." Anyway, 11 personnel. Straightforward. Nothing to write home about. Did their job. Quick pass. So 11 with H-back look, which they went to a good amount this game. I don't know. Hold on. Okay, Dawkins. Keep your eyes right here. It's a Lucy call on the left side of the line. Hawes is gonna. I don't like that by Dawkins at all. What was he doing? What was he doing? That's 3 straight plays. All right. So Horse is gonna block and release. Look where Dawkins line up. So either there was a major miscommunication on this play, on what the blocking was or the responsibilities was, or Dawkins just played this however he decided to play it. Horse had him. I don't like that. I don't like that play. I mean, it was still blocked because Edwards was there. Cool, I get that. But it's just O-line standpoint. Well, I don't know. This gap should have never been. This should have never been open. This should have never been available. This, you have to know that the DN is going to try to get inside leverage once this guy releases, right? As, once again, I don't get paid like I know what I'm talking about. Nobody treats me like I know what I'm talking about. But this D lineman isn't going to shoot all the way around. He's not, no edge. It doesn't even have to be Chubb. No edge is going to shoot all the way around. And if the tight end is going to release, the tight end is going to release to the outside more times than not. Or the tight end, as soon as he did, let me not say that. The tight end is going to release as soon as Chubb disengages, he's out. The problem is he's so far thinking that Chubb is going to keep releasing to the outside and Hawes is going to release in, which I think might have been a miscommunication. Kind of screwed. Edwards is there. Kind of is what it is. It was ugly. Very ugly. Don't like that at all. All right. One back, no tight end. 10. Pretty much straightforward for a lineman. 3 tech, 1 tech. Edges. Ooh. Hold on. Let's see that again. They washed it down. They were slanting. The line slanted to their left. The D line slanted to the left. Everybody slanted because it was an outside blitz. Yes. How much? This was a. Listen, I know people want to. This game was properly played. The 3.53 seconds is the average, but this defense, his D line played some sound football this game. So let's see. So everybody's going to wash down essentially. He's breaking out in coverage. This is why this is covered. I hate this play call. He's breaking out in coverage. It's pretty much a DB coming down. So you run the unders. So you're running the under. Something like that. That's ugly. All right, so now hit. Torrance. Play recognition up front wasn't the best by the O-line. I feel like it was delayed reaction to a lot of shit that was going on. So McGovern had, obviously they slanted in front of his face. So McGovern has only one thing to do but wash. Dawkins was out of place. Was what it was. This fourth quarter, by the way, guys. Thank you for tuning in for all 22 of all the passes. I don't like this. I don't know. I get one of the caveats of Deion Dawkins is he plays on the line and he challenges people. I get that. It's a talking point I use when talking about Dawkins, but I don't like this at all. I never did. It just doesn't. I don't know why Chroma hasn't done anything about it. All right, so they're running a stunt. Let's played into the pocket perfectly. Jab, come over. Textbook. Edwards there to pick him up. Freeze it up. Yeah, that was actually solid by everybody. I was looking at 25. And those 92s over him. Edwards identifying the mic. So this right here is perfect by everybody. Here goes his stunt. Edwards knows. Edwards feels it, right? So this is probably one of my more favorite blocks in this game as far as the whole as a unit. So Edwards knows as soon as Edwards feels 92 go, he's releasing. You know the pressure's right behind there. You know the pressure's coming. You know something's different. When a D tackle washes in front of your face to go to tackle, you know there's got to be a stunt coming around. Textbook. Pick him up. Get in there. I don't like Torrance getting blown up for that. See what Torrance does. Yeah, Torrance. So Torrance is originally on the guy who's stunting. And 90 just fucking bowls into him. McGovern helped out a lot on that. That was good. I appreciate that as a unit. You know, there's not much you could do if you're Torrance on that play. 11 personnel. Once again, I don't like that from Dawkins. I don't know. Just feels lazy. So here's my issue. This I get that he completes his pass, right? This is my issue right here. So they know these are passing downs at this point of the game. Dawkins has a one-on-one. I once again don't like this setup. Don't like the look. It's just very, very, very frustrating to watch. Dawkins goes out. He's gonna try and make a move. This right here, this has to stop. It's the second time this happened this game. I get what you're doing. You know, you're swiping down on the arms, the defender falls into you. But if you're gonna do that, control the fall. Control the fall, grab him, do something. Like this cannot happen. It's the second time it happened. I get it was for completion, but Dawkins, what were you doing this half? All right. I was that playing. Dolphins like, nope, you got torched by Coleman. We're not doing that. Watch this. Spaceball works when it wants to. Basic, straightforward. One-on-one beat him. All good. Let's see. What else are we doing? So knowing that it's passing downs, you see the Dolphins are more of a straightforward front with a traditional one tech, three tech edges. Yeah, they're not doing anything fancy because yeah, you don't want Josh to break one on you. So you're just playing assignment football at this point. One tech, three tech, straightforward. Let's see. Interesting. So Chubb drops, give the illusion. And I expect that to happen. Your blitzes come from where your strong side is set up, which is a short side of the field. There goes your blitz. Nice pickup by everybody. Very nice pickup. Very nice pickup. All right. So 94 is going to wash. Hand down, hand down, hand down. Yep, I like it. McGovern hands him down because McGovern know I'm not McGovern. Edwards hands him down because Edwards knows he's has a one-on-one. It's just your hand fighting. Yeah, so I like this one. I like this rep. Quick pass is what it is. Simple. One tuck, three tuck. 1-on-1. Had him if he went inside with that. I don't know why he went towards the sideline, but that's probably worst one of the day. Dawkins pretty much gets bull rush. You can see how long he had. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Oh, shit, I don't know. Yeah, he had enough to get that off. That's what it is. $11 personnel horses out there. Essentially 11 personnel. Strong side, your right side. All right, so you're dropping it. I played 34. I might be bugging. I don't even know. I should know what the Dolphins are in right now. I just don't know their players. Their linebackers. Pretty straightforward. These guys are going to crash down. Just going to drop back to pass. Crash. Edwards knows he has to hand off. Torrance knows he's coming into him. Montgomery knows he has a one-on-one. Brown is going to help Torrance, but Brown knows he has somebody coming for him. So here's the last one we'll do. What are we doing anymore? I don't know what just happened. All right, so my feed just froze on me, so it is what it is. Either way, if you watched, appreciate you. It's a rough game. A lot of things that people are talking about, I didn't really see. I think there's a lot more layers of it going on, going down. Wasn't the best game from an online perspective, but it wasn't the worst. I think Josh rolling out wasn't exactly the worst thing in the world. A couple times he did it. He stood in the pocket. He stood in the pocket for the most part. So once again, it's O-line talk 22, where it's all 22 of offensive line mostly, 99.5%. Follow me, Twitter, OL22_Bills. Like the YouTube, it's live stream on YouTube, OL22. And yeah, on to the Bucks. Go Bills. Go